Welcome to Marketing MASH, brought to you by themarketingscope.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Vidal with The Marketing Scope. Today I want to talk to you about 4 steps for anticipating buyer concerns. This was a recent article that was written by Stu Schmidt, one of The Marketing Scope's contributing writers. Stu Schmidt is an expert at solution selling. He writes, he speaks on this topic. He's one of the people that implemented online selling back at WebEx way back in the day, and I mean he's just an expert at this, and it's a wonderful article and series that he is focused on, and I want to call some attention to it. The first step is identifying the personas involved, and that's in the marketing process and the sales process. This is both important, and how to shape, the reason why you want to do this is it helps you shape your campaigns. It helps you shape the way you create and use content. And it helps you understand how to engage your audience, both from a marketing and even a sales perspective. And so number 2 is what's important to each persona, and understanding this not just from a business perspective, but also a personal perspective. And so, for example, if you're talking to a CMO, right, the lead now has matured into an opportunity and the salesperson is going to have a call, that salesperson needs to understand what's important to a CMO in general, and then preferably what's important to that specific CMO. Okay, number 3, clearly identify how your value takes care of those concerns. Understanding what those concerns are, and then what value does your company bring from a product perspective or a service perspective, whatever that is. Okay? Number 4 is strategize for forward motion. And so it's looking back at these 3 and understanding and building a strategy around those. Okay, another important consideration outside of those 4 steps is failure. What happens if I do everything right and I fail? Can you figure out what went wrong? Maybe those concerns or the challenges that you're solving are not that high up on this person's list. It's not a major concern for them now. So you have to identify that early, because you don't want to waste their time or your time. And that's an important piece for marketers and especially salespeople to understand. Don't waste your time. But make sure that you stay in contact, whether it be nurturing or continue to communicate, because you can quickly move back up onto their top priority based on their concerns and based on what problems you solve. So some really good insight and advice from one of our contributing writers and solution selling and marketing expert, Stu Schmidt. I definitely recommend taking a look at this article, and let us know what you think.
That's it for this episode of Marketing MASH. You can share your thoughts by following us on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to our podcast to keep up with the show. And of course, you can always find us by visiting themarketingscope.com.